So in this experiment, I will be discussing the reaction of sodium hydroxide and NiCl2 chloride. First, let me drag down two 50 milliliter beakers from the container shelf and place them on the workbench. To make the process easier, I'll label each beaker. To do this, I have to double click on the beaker. This will allow me to get to the item properties window. I'll label the first beaker NaOH and the second beaker NiCl2. Okay. The next step is to add 15 milliliters of 1 molar sodium hydroxide to one beaker and then 6 milliliters of NiCl2 chloride solution to the other beaker. The beaker containing the sodium hydroxide appears to be clear and colorless. Let me zoom in here. And then once I put in the NiCl2 chloride, 6 milliliters, we can observe that the solution here appears greenish in color. Next, the following step is to pour the entire contents of one beaker into the other. After completing this, we can observe that a solid green precipitate has formed. Now that we've completed the experiment, I have to clear the workbench, and which I'll do by dragging all the containers and putting them in the recycling bin. Looking at the molecular equation of the reaction, I can see that this is a double displacement reaction. Two compounds reacted to form two new compounds or products. In this case, the two reactants were aqueous sodium hydroxide and aqueous NiCl2 chloride. The products were aqueous sodium chloride and a solid precipitate known as nickel hydroxide. The balanced chemical equation is shown on the screen. And this has 2 moles of sodium hydroxide reacting with 1 mole of NiCl2 chloride to form 2 moles of sodium chloride and 1 mole of nickel hydroxide. Writing out the complete ionic equation, we can see that the spectator ions are sodium and the chloride ions. This leaves us with the net ionic equation, which is a formation of solid nickel hydroxide from the nickel ion and 2 hydroxide ions.